Mike Tyson's latest meltdown happened just weeks after his fight with Jake Paul. At 58, the former heavyweight champion lost control again. This time, it wasn't in the ring. Security cameras caught him attacking a man outside a Las Vegas hotel. Within hours, he was in handcuffs. But what he screamed while the police dragged him away shocked even the hardened cops. The outburst proved one terrifying truth. The monster from Brownsville never left. Prison didn't fix him. Fame didn't save him. And the rage that made him the youngest heavyweight champion in history is now destroying what's left of the man. This is the full, brutal, never sugar-coated story of Iron Mike Tyson. Welcome to Prime Discovery. Don't blink for the next 38 minutes. The boy no one wanted. The day a pigeon died and a monster was born. Brownsville, 1976. 38 arrests before he was 13. The prison camp that accidentally saved his life. Cus D'Amato, the 73-year-old man who became his father. You will be the youngest heavyweight champion ever. Mike believed him. 1985, the year he knocked out 15 men in 9 months. November 22nd, 1986, 20 years old and already king of the world. The night he made Trevor Berbick's legs dance like a puppet. Unified champion at 21, no one had done it in decades. 91 seconds, the night he ended Michael Spinks and became a god. The 400 million he burned in 10 years. The wife who said living with him was pure torture. February 11th, 1990, the night an underdog ended the myth. I want to eat his children, the press conference that terrified the world. 1992, the trial that sent him to prison. The day an inmate tried to kill him in the showers. The ear bite heard around the world. I just snapped. Holyfield rematch 1997. Bankrupt at 37, from private jets to sleeping on friends' couches. The 4-year-old daughter he lost forever. 2020, 54 years old and fighting again. November 15th, 2024, the Jake Paul fight that broke the internet. Weeks later, the Las Vegas meltdown that proves he's still dangerous. The final confession, I'm still that scared kid from Brooklyn. The heartbreaking truth about Mike Tyson.
June 30, 1966, Cumberland Hospital, Fort Greene, Brooklyn. A baby boy cried in a room that smelled of bleach and despair. They named him Michael Gerard Tyson. No one in that hospital knew they had just delivered the most terrifying force boxing would ever see, and one of the most broken human beings who ever lived. His biological father, Purcell Tyson, disappeared before Mike could walk. The man his mother lived with, Jimmy Kirkpatrick, walked out when Mike was 2. Lorna Mae Tyson was left alone with 3 kids and 0 money. They moved constantly until they landed in Brownsville, the murder capital of New York City in the 1970s. Gunshots at night, needles in the hallways. Mike slept with his shoes on in case he had to run. He was a soft, chubby kid with a high voice and thick glasses. The streets smelled blood and targeted him immediately. Bullies stole his glasses, beat him unconscious, stripped him naked in front of girls. He raised pigeons on the roof, his only friends. One day, a bigger kid ripped a pigeon from his hands and snapped its neck right in front of him. Something inside Mike died that day too. He beat the kid until his face was unrecognizable. From that moment, no one ever called him soft again. By age 10, he was running with the Jolly Stompers gang. By 13, he had been arrested 38 times, robbery, assault, guns. He says he had at least 150 street fights before he ever put on gloves. He trained by punching brick walls until his knuckles bled. He wanted the pain to stop feeling helpless ever again. Then, at 12, he snatched a woman's purse and finally got caught. They sent him 300 miles away to the Tryon School for Boys, basically a juvenile prison. Cold concrete floors, no heat, no visits from his mother. But one counselor changed everything. Bobby Stewart, a former pro boxer. He saw Mike spar and told him, "Kid, you hit like a grown man. Want to learn how to really fight?" Mike said yes. Stewart made a phone call that saved and doomed Mike Tyson forever. Catskill, New York. A 14-year-old, 200-pound teenager walks into the home of a 73-year-old Italian legend named Cus D'Amato. Cus had already made 2 world champions. He took one look at Mike's dead eyes and said, "You're going to be the youngest heavyweight champion in history, but only if you listen to every word I say." Mike moved in that day. Cus became father, coach, psychologist, God. He made Mike run 5 miles before dawn in the snow, 2,000 squats, 2,500 sit-ups, 500 push-ups, 500 dips every single day. Cus taught him the peekaboo style, head movement, murderous body shots, and he taught him something darker. Fear is your friend. The trick is to make the other guy feel it first. When Mike's mother died in 1982, Cus became his legal guardian. He cried for the first time in years. Then he went back to the gym and punched until he couldn't stand. March 6, 1985, age 18. First pro fight. Hector Mercedes lasted 1 minute 47 seconds. 1985 total. 15 fights, 15 knockouts, 11 in the first round. People stopped calling him a prospect. They started calling him a natural disaster. November 22nd, 1986, Las Vegas Hilton. 20 years and 6 months old. Trevor Berbick, reigning WBC champion, is across the ring. Round 2. Tyson throws a left hook that makes Berbick's legs do the chicken dance. He collapses twice. The referee stops it. Mike Tyson is the youngest heavyweight champion ever. The crowd is silent for a second, then loses its mind.
7 months later, he beats James Bone Crusher Smith and takes the WBA belt. 3 months after that, he stops Pinklon Thomas. August 1987, he goes 12 rounds with Tony Tucker and becomes undisputed champion, the first since the 1970s. 1988, Larry Holmes, knocked down 3 times, never been KO'd before. Michael Spinks, undefeated, destroyed in 91 seconds. Tony Tubbs in Tokyo, folded in half by a body shot. He was making $30 million a fight. He bought mansions, Bengal tigers, gold bathtubs, fleets of Bentleys. Then he started wrecking it all. Crashed his BMW into a tree, some say on purpose. Threw furniture out windows. Beat up Mitch Green in Harlem at 4 a.m. His wife, Robin Givens, went on national TV with Barbara Walters and said, "He shakes, he pushes, he swings. Living with Mike is pure hell." A month later, she filed for divorce. He paid her $10 million to go away. February 11th, 1990, Tokyo. 42-1 underdog Buster Douglas lands an uppercut that ends the myth. Mike crawls around looking for his mouthpiece like a drunk. The invincible kid from Brownsville is suddenly human. 1991, Desiree Washington accuses him of rape. 1992, convicted. 6 years in prison. Within weeks, an inmate slashes his face in the showers. He spends months in solitary. He converts to Islam, takes the name Malik Abdulaziz. He reads Malcolm X, Nietzsche, Mao. He comes out in 1995 angrier and more broken than ever. 1996, beats Bruno in 3 rounds, wins WBC belt back, then admits he was high on weed the whole training camp. 1997, Holyfield rematch. Headbutts open cuts over both eyes. Mike spits out his mouthpiece and bites off a piece of Holyfield's ear. Then bites the other one. $3 million fine, 1-year ban. The world calls him Animal. He calls it Tuesday. 2003, files for bankruptcy. 400 million earned, 23 million in debt. Tigers, cars, houses, lawsuits. He sleeps on friends' floors. 2005, quits on his stool against journeyman Kevin McBride. I don't have the heart anymore. 2009, his 4-year-old daughter Exodus dies in a tragic treadmill accident. He says that day killed the last piece of light inside him. 2020, age 54, exhibition with Roy Jones Jr. 2024, age 58, loses to Jake Paul on Netflix. Still 65,000 people came. Still $20 million in his pocket. Still the most famous boxer who ever lived. And then weeks after the Paul fight, Las Vegas hotel security cameras catch 58-year-old Mike Tyson attacking a stranger. Cops cuff him. He screams at the officers, "I'm still that kid from Brownsville. You can't take that away." He's right. They never could. Mike Tyson made hundreds of millions, making men fear him. But the only person he can never beat was the terrified little boy who watched someone kill his pigeon. He became the youngest champion ever. He became a billionaire. He became a convicted rapist. He became a Broadway star. He became a podcast host. He became a weed entrepreneur. But he never became okay. This was Prime Discovery's ultimate expedition into the heartbreaking, terrifying, unforgettable truth of Mike Tyson. If this story shook you, smash subscribe and turn on all notifications. Tomorrow we expose another legend's secret that will leave you speechless.